Hi everyone, and welcome to a bonus edition of Being Well Wisdom podcast. Yet another podcast recording that wasn't on the recording schedule, won't follow the same structure as I created for this show, but here we go in any case. Firstly, big love for all the noise around my first podcast, the 5-star reviews, the listens, the messages, the views on YouTube, blew me away. Thanks so much. That, of course, was never meant to be my first podcast, but it really helped. It was cathartic. It was helpful for me to share with a lot of you guys that ask about, how's my running going, how's it going towards the marathon, because I've been working towards this, of course, for almost a year now. But like I say, it was never meant to be like that, but there always has to be a first, right? And it was never going to be perfect. I'm going to give you an update on just that. So yesterday I seen the consultant and had some x-rays actually, there and then, on my knee and hip. The hip's a new one. Knee, yeah, get that. Problem with my knee. Hip, never had a problem with my hip before, but there you go. I had x-rays there and then, which was epic. The NHS is fantastic, but this wasn't with the NHS, so it opens up a few different doors, which is awesome. The prognosis of that is yet inconclusive, but one thing I do know is that I have fluid around both my hip and my knee. Regarding the hip, there's something going on. I can't really pronounce what it is, but it's a thing. Now I need to go MRIs on both the knee and the hip, so let's see. But the big news is, of course, what did he say about me running a marathon, potentially York Marathon, next month? Well, technically, didn't ask him directly about running York Marathon or a marathon, to be honest. But when I did mention about running a marathon, he laughed. So I am taking that as either finds the prospect of me running a marathon amusing, which I can see why, I also find it quite amusing, or he was laughing uncomfortably to try and get away from that conversation. Either of which are possible. But what he did say was, doesn't want to see my knee or hip rested when I turn up to the MRI. Good news. What he also said was he wants to see it, and I quote, angry. He wants to see my knee and hip angry when I turn up to the MRI. And my thinking is, how much more angry could my knee and hip be after running a marathon with hip and potentially a knee issue? So I am taking that almost as a direct order that I need to run a marathon as soon as possible. So this is happening. It needs to happen before my aerobic base drops. I've been out of training now for a couple of weeks. I'm getting a bit conscious that I've only ever ran 18 miles before. So the reality is I probably need to crack on with this quite soon. And I also don't want to have this hanging over me for too long because, of course, I need to get this angry pre-MRI. And I think the MRI will come quite soon. So York Marathon in 6 weeks is off the cards. It needs to happen way before that. More news to follow on the whens, wherefores, when it's going to go down. Daisy and I went out to check a route last night, so I will provide an update very soon. Just wanted to hop on and give you guys an update, as I've had lots of messages, and I also just wanted to hop on and say thanks so much. Episode 1 of the podcast will drop very soon. The irony is it's about making the most of the time you've got. Big love. Like and subscribe. Thanks so much.